every year that hole grows back. And it's like a little perfectly circular callus that we can look for to see if they've been here. Surprisingly, quite a few of them have been here before. Okay, we put a new hole on them. We've had fish this year that have been here for 3 previous years. So apparently they like it as much as we do here. Kind of interesting. Okay, so we're going to kind of demonstrate for you. Chris is going to take one out, we'll measure it. And then when we're actually setting up for spawning, we put the fish in this trough and we get water going in the trough. Now, if you were down there when we were electrofishing, you probably saw a little light.
Yeah, it is.
You probably saw that the boat kept stirring up mud. If you notice that, a lot of mud down there. That's the reason we do what we're doing. The fish come up the channel and they want to spawn, but that muddy bottom is not good for the eggs. And so what we try to do here is provide them better conditions for the eggs. So what we do is put the eggs in a bowl, stainless steel bowl, and then fertilize those eggs, and then put the eggs in the incubator jars, which you can see over there. We've got one jar going with just a few eggs. Like I said, we only had one female this year. She happened to be a smaller female. Has that fish been here before? Is there a mark on its tail?
No.
No, but you can see where we had marked it already. See the hole in its tail? So that'll actually grow back. And it'll be that little circular callus. That's how we know if the fish has been here before. Fish love water. I'm going to put them back in the water here. Get another one out if you want. See if you can find one that's been here before. Now the walleye eggs, when we first get them, they're real sticky. So we got to do a little bit of treatment to them. We do what we call a tannic acid solution, and that uses up the adhesiveness so that you see them over there bubbling around as individual eggs. Okay? Walleye eggs, you see in the jar, they're really, really small. For a relatively large fish, okay, now our state record's over 16 pounds, so they can get big. Okay? They've got really, really tiny eggs. You can see them in the jar over there. Depending on the water temperature, it takes the eggs a couple of weeks to hatch. And when they hatch, they're little tiny things. They're like mosquito larvae. We take those fry, what we call them at that point, and we put them back in the inlet. And then they make their way back out to the lake and hopefully turn into adults that come back in the future. Every year, though, Honeyway Lake is stocked. There's one a little bigger. Honeyway Lake is stocked by the New York State DEC with 8.7 million walleye, but they're little tiny ones. Very few of them actually make it to adults. And actually this year, or last year I should say, they also stocked what they call fingerlings, walleye that are a little bit bigger than just the little fry. Has that one's been here before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, actually, at least one. There's one right there. Now these are kind of hard to see. They're easier to feel. Now you can kind of see them, the little calluses right here. Well, that fish has been here a couple times. They're lively today.
Yeah, they are.
Nice. So like I said, it's been a low year for us. We've got a total of 68 fish, and we put in quite a bit of effort. So we electrofished from here almost all the way to the lake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And we catch every walleye that's in the channel. The channel's not real wide, you saw it down there. And we get them all. So this year just was not much of a year. I understand the Canisius Lake walleye run's just getting going, and Oneida Lake we're just getting going as well, which is pretty typical. Honeyway Lake's smaller than most of those lakes, considerably smaller than Oneida Lake. And it usually takes about a week or so for those two lakes to get going. What I mean is we're usually a week earlier. The timing of it was right. We just didn't have many fish coming up. Lots of theories behind that. We know the walleye population is less than it used to be. When we first started this, was a pretty good walleye population. Estimated over 30,000 back almost 20 years ago. The last estimate I saw was somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 adults out in the lake. We've only ever gotten a few, a small percentage of the population to come up here anyways. A couple things. They dropped the size limit from 18 to 15 about 12 years ago. And so that just opens up more fish for the anglers to take home. They're a real popular sport fish and a more popular eating fish. How many of you have ever eaten a walleye before? They taste really good. And so most walleye that are of legal size go home with the anglers. Not much catch and release with walleye fishing. So they get harvested at a pretty significant rate. And so once the population comes down, they don't naturally reproduce. It's just hard for it to build back up. And we just haven't seen it really build back up. So if you want, you can look at the tank here, you can see them pretty easy in the tank. Kind of walk around, you see a few eggs that we have going, which is dry. But this facility, we only use it for about a month out of the year, this part of the facility. When you're done looking around here, there's an activity that's going to start next door. We have a sawmill demonstration that's going to happen. You'll know when that's going, you'll hear it running. And then over in the house, we've got a few other things set up. There'll be a wildlife program happening. I don't have my program, what? Yes I do. The wildlife program is going to happen somewhere around 12:30. I don't even know what time it is right now.
11:06.
11:06. So wildlife program in a little bit. Questions I can answer for you?
Yeah, well, that number, that much depletion, the DEC hasn't thought about stocking more? Or what, like to sustain them, or why not just, I mean, it went from 30, what did you say, 30 to 5,000?
So, how many of you have fished Honeoye Lake before? There's fish out there, all kinds of bass and other fish. The lake can only hold so many fish. It just has a lot of bass now. So it's kind of hard to kind of nudge them out of the way. And they're real good at reproducing out there. So kind of hard to do. Other questions? Anybody?
These here are the walleye eggs from one fish. Sometimes this whole entire tub is full of eggs. This year it's very low. It's very low this year. Very, very low. And you have holding tanks over here. Holding tanks. Then in this great big blue tank in here, as you can see, are the walleye. Right in here.